Hi and welcome to this live currency strength indicator table video with me, John, on this Tuesday the 18th of April. Here we have our two tables in front of us. We have the trend traders table and the day traders table. These are highlighting the same studies but just showing different time frames. The tables auto update every 5 minutes, 24/7, meaning our members can see how the markets stand right now in real time. Now, in this video, we're actually going to talk about a couple of yen pairs again, which we've covered in the recent past. And I'm going to talk about, is it the right time to continue to look for that yen weakness in the market? So we've taken a look at Swiss yen recently. We're going to take a look at CAD yen today as well. And I'm going to look at whether it is the right time to continue to be a buyer in these markets, or should buyers be sort of warned that there could be a potential end to this move. Now, I do know with CAD, there's a lot of data coming out today. There is CPI data, and there's also followed by the Bank of Canada Governor Macklem speaking. So the volatility for the Canadian dollar could be quite high today. So, and dependent on the outcome of that, could cause CAD yen to move in a particular direction. But we're going to look at just where price is from a technical perspective as well, because obviously we use these tables to take positions. We use these tables to identify where the momentum is in the market so that we can identify our own forex trading opportunities. So I've had a look around this morning, and CAD yen and the yen weakness was something that was still intriguing to me, because we've seen it being featured on the chart, or on the table, sorry, for multiple days in a row now. And I just want to see, is that exhaustion starting to come in now? Because all these yen pairs are coming into key areas of structure. And what I mean by that is, if we jump onto CAD yen here, you can see I'm on the daily time frame. I've took a bit of a zoomed out approach, because the last time we actually spoke about CAD yen was down when it found support here at the 95 handle, and at the time we were looking to see if CAD yen would trade lower if it held below this low. It didn't do that. It formed a reversal candlestick, and since then price has traded to the upside. Now price has rallied from that 95 area about 540 pips. So if you were interested in that market at that time we were discussing it, then you could have had a look at potential 540 pip gain there. Now prices on the other side of the sort of range that we discussed a range between this sort of 100.75 and this 95 area, and price is now approaching that area again of the range highs. That to me would give me a little bit of a point where I'd say, well, if traders are long down in here, where would their targets be? Their targets would likely be back at range highs. So do I really want to start getting long here? Although the tables say, yeah, I should be looking to be long, it's confirming that. The technicals at the moment are suggesting, well, hang on a minute, maybe we should wait slightly, because price is now approaching a key level of resistance. That's how we want you to use these tables. We don't want you to see the tables, see the green and just click buy. We want you to be able to look at the tables, go and have a look. Does it then line up with your strategies? Now for my strategy in particular, I like to buy from previous lows. So for me, there's nothing here right now. It'd be a risky trade for me to try and go long here, because we've got all this resistance in the way. Now, like I said, there is some CPI data coming out today. Now, if there's some positivity from that, price may trade above the 100.75. If it does, that could open an opportunity to trade to the 102 or even beyond to the 104.50. But until that happens, I would say you probably want to sit on your hands here. If I go to the 4-hour time frame, you can see we've been in a strong sort of upward trend here. We've got a trend line running through here as well. And you can see we've kind of tapped into the zone where the 100.75 is. And we're starting to see a little bit of bearishness coming into the market now. So I'm not really interested in that there. Where I am interested is 99.50. You can see these previous structural highs have come into play. So if price was to trade down to here, maybe there could be something where we look for a long back up into the 100.75 or even beyond at that point, because what we'll be able to do is get a good reward to risk position in here for first targets being the 100.75, and then obviously if price breaks through, then we've got the opportunity to trade even higher. So that's what I'll be considering there for CAD yen. Another market that we quite like the look of and what we spoke about recently is Swiss yen. Obviously we've been very bullish Swiss yen, and we've pretty much traded or we've closed bullish for 9 days in a row now, and that's quite significant. And this is why I'm talking about a little bit of exhaustion in the market, because although we're not technically at our sort of targets, which was the 150 spot 50, if I was just to grab the zone and take the opens and closes down through here and go up to the zone of the 105 spot 50, you can see yesterday we tapped into it and we started to see a little bit of selling pressure. So all I'm thinking right now is not necessarily that the yen is going to turn from being weak to strong, but maybe the bulls that have been buying ever since down towards this 144 area are starting to consider taking some profits off the table. So we might see some pullbacks now into the 148 spot 50, maybe even into the 147 spot 50, or even into the 146. So that's what I'm kind of trying to suggest here, is potentially that we might want to just wait for any further long yen opportunities. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I look forward to speaking to you in the next one.